Welcome to your 2's Review, where we take you back over what happened with yet another round of chaos in Huntsville. Atlanta United 2 and Huntsville City FC going at it at Wicks Family Field and Joe Davis Stadium. And it was, it was a wild match. But once again, we sit there and it's like, well, yeah, it's Hunt City and it's Atlanta United 2, so it's no real surprise that you ended up with what you had involving these two sides. So once again, just absolute madness, chaos, and just the way that it was going to be in this particular matchup with these two sides. So no real shocks here. What we'll do is we'll take you through it all. We will get you into the highlights. We will get you into everything that we got to see in this particular matchup, and it will end up with the observations of two very, very busy people. Wicks Family Field and Joe Davis Stadium was the location for Atlanta United 2 and Huntsville City Football Club here on the SDH Network. Here's your highlights, courtesy of, well, us.
Brought down by Bolaños. Jones taken away from him. Tamimi into the 18. DeJaney, top of the 18, lays it off. Armas into the back of the net. Goal! 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 Atlanta United 2. Javier Armas, El Capitan, with his fourth goal of the year. Great counter pressure from Atlanta. They forced the turnover. Jones got caught in possession. Tamimi, DeJaney, both lay it off, and it's Armas from inside the arc. Puts it into the low corner where Martino can't get to it. Outstanding goal from Javier Armas. Thrown in down the right side. Huntsville City trying to find a quick answer. Turned in the corner. Cut back. Big save, Jayden Hibbert. Still there, second. Even bigger save from Jayden Hibbert. First one with the hand. Second one with the feet. Thought the ball had gone over the end line. Referees say no. Jayden Hibbert keeps it scoreless. Huntsville City can't find the back of the net yet. Jayden Hibbert with two massive saves. Puts in a left-footed cross. Back post. Volley. Pulled. It falls to Rittendale. Top of the six. Hadley with the block. Carlton with the clear. Johnston skips past Gajardo. He's down the left side. Gajardo comes in and knocks it away for a throw. Big block at the top of the six from Miles Hadley. Johnston thought about launching it. Squares it to Applewhite instead. Referee says that is enough for the first half. 1-0 lead, Atlanta United 2 on the goal from Javier Armas. Gajardo and Armas standing over it. Javi leaves it for Mati, who puts it off the crossbar. Headed down, cleared by Huntsville City. No angle, Matias Gajardo off the underside of the crossbar. Armas curls it up the right side for Dudley. It's knocked down. Miles Hadley! Goal! Goal! Goal for the Academy defender, Miles Hadley. 2-0 Atlanta United 2. Javier Armas bent that in for the run of Ethan Dudley. It was knocked down to Miles Hadley. Scored multiple goals in the Georgia High School playoffs for Midtown High School, playing as a forward, and he scores his first goal at the professional level for Atlanta United 2 tonight. Cross to the top of the six. Armas wins the first header. Falls to Cicerone. Blocked. Second ball. Hibbert scrambling and finds it inside the 6-yard box somehow. Hibbert dove and got back to his feet fast enough to make the catch. Pure chaos inside the Atlanta 18. Played a lot last year for Atlanta United 2. Armas takes the corner, back post, down to the top of the six and put home. Goal, 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 Atlanta United 2. Kareem Tamimi restores the 2-goal lead. Off of a set piece from Javier Armas, Kareem Tamimi puts it home for his third goal of the season, and Atlanta United 2 leads late here in Huntsville 3-1. Cicerone up the left side for Pasnick. Goes out for a throw. Did not connect. Atlanta will have a throw, and that should be it. Referee hasn't blown the final whistle yet. Atlanta throw. We're into the 99th minute now. And that will do it. Atlanta United 2 goes on the road and wins 3-2 at Huntsville City. Karim Tamimi's late goal ends up being very necessary as Forster Ajago, with 2 in the second half, made this one a wild back-and-forth match. But Atlanta United 2 will take all 3 points back to the Peach State.
So that was how it ended this time. Another thriller, another 3-2 matchup with Atlanta United 2 getting the win. And so now it's time to roll through all of the post-match comments. First off, you had Jose Silva, who was coaching. He was the head coach designee on the night because of the 2 yellow cards that Steve Cook got last time out against Carolina Core, which I'm still trying to shake my head at and try and figure out what happened in the administration of those 2 yellows. As a result, Steve Cook wasn't on the touchline. Jose Silva was the man in charge. Here's the conversation on the night with Coach Silva with Jason on the evening.
What a match, huh? 3-2 win, chaos all the way around. What's your initial reaction?
Man, we are really proud of the guys because it was not a difficult, easy day. They did what they have to do to try to achieve the 3 points.
So in a game like this where it's so back and forth and you were a little shorthanded with the roster that you had, you know, what was your thought process in the second half with all those wild emotional swings?
So we have a couple of stuff to do because some of the players are going to maybe they're going to be on Tuesday with the first team, so we have to kind of limit their minute, and little by little I try to play with the personnel we have, and at a moment when the game went to, they scored the first one, they put a Gallo in, we thought that he's a big threat, maybe having a 2v1 versus him, it wasn't enough, so we put a 3 central, we play 5-4-1, and try to defend that run that he's doing all the time.
So the versatility of Armas, being able to play him in the midfield, he gets the goal, he drops back to center back, he's winning aerial duels. Just talk about your captain tonight and his performance.
He's amazing. We love it. He's performing really good. Probably he's one of the smartest players we have over there. And that is the reason because he can, in the game, he can play different positions and he continue performing. It doesn't look like he feels uncomfortable.
Miles Hadley, academy player, getting not just the goal, but a number of huge defensive plays. Hadley's development's been a revelation this season.
Yes, we are really happy with him because when we started the season, he was in the U19 team. Being honest, he made his way till start the game and be one of the top performers over there tonight. And now he needs to continue with this level and let's see where he can reach.
Jayden Hibbert, first professional win for him in goal. 2 goals conceded, but a number of massive saves from Hibbert.
He did incredible today. He is one of the reasons because we won the game, and proud of him because some of the save was unreal.
And in Karim Tamimi, he scores the one that ends up being the winner. Just constant work from your Frenchman.
We love Karim. He's a funny guy. He always finds a way to be over there and get the ball inside the net and help us to get the 3 points.
I wanted to ask you as well about Jayden. He gets the assist on that first goal from Armas. Played deep into it, was definitely hurting by the end of it. How has his development been in your mind?
We love him. He's going to stay probably 1 year more with us. Let's see where he goes. He's already committed to, he's going with Tony Allen to
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. The thing that Jayden does to the team is he's a strong guy, hardworking, and doesn't matter if he has a bad day, he's going to continue putting that effort and help the team with that.
So you mentioned some of the guys potentially rejoining the first team for the Open Cup. It's a hectic week for the club as a whole. How important in your mind is it to maybe send some of those guys to the first team in a knockout game off of the back of a win tonight?
I think it's the best moment to send them because they're going to be with the confidence really high. Let's see if they can perform like tonight.
Ethan Dudley had a great performance tonight in that back role. How has it been like incorporating him into this team after we just signed him?
It's crazy because he has been with us like for 1 week. That is a surprise and I have it for you.
Yes.
And he did really, really good today. And it wasn't easy today because when Agallo went inside, he's one of the top strikers in this league, and he did really good with it.
I want to ask a little bit about Javier Armas's leadership on the field. Him getting drafted, him being a part of this second team. What has it been like to watch him really grow into that leader on the pitch as well as off of it?
Yeah, so we kind of knew his behavior from Oregon State. We got really good report about him, and he's doing what we expect that he was going to do. The same that he did in college, he's performing at the same level here.
Now it's time to catch up with a couple of players who had great moments for Atlanta United 2. First road win of the season, 3-2. Let's catch up with the man between the sticks, Jayden Hibbert, and someone who had a tremendous night. Defender, Academy defender, Miles Hadley. Here's the conversation that Jason and Maddie had with each of them.
All right, first professional win. It was a wild one here in Huntsville. Just what's your immediate reaction?
It feels great to get some points, especially on the road with a great crowd like this. Extremely happy. The boys are so excited, so nothing but smiles from over here.
You had a lot to do. You had a lot of big saves to make. Huntsville puts you under a lot of pressure. Just how important for you is it to get that first win under your belt?
It's massive. Hopefully the confidence, the momentum builds on this. I can't do it without the rest of the team. The defense, we got guys, restricted minutes, can't play for this, that, and the third, but, we come together through adversity and, we got the win. So it's a great team victory.
Captain on the night was Javier Armas. He's playing as a midfielder. He's playing as a center back. He's playing everywhere. Just how important is he to this group?
Yeah, Javier's huge, man. We love him in the locker room. Great guy, super humble. He does his job wherever it is on the pitch. So, he always puts on a great performance. Couldn't ask for more from Hadley.
I got to ask you about Hadley as well, an academy player who was playing in the state high school playoffs a few weeks ago, gets a goal tonight, but also had a ton of contributions defensively. What's your reaction to Hadley's game tonight?
Yeah, he came on last game a little later, had an absolutely amazing performance. He deserved to start tonight, and he's proven it time and time again that he deserves to be playing back there with dominant performances as a great defender.
One of the things you've mentioned, other guys have mentioned it, that feel in the locker room, it really feels like there's a lot of togetherness in this group, even with faces coming and going and first team action, everything moving around. What is the vibe in the locker room after a win like that?
Yeah, the vibes are huge. It's been a long time coming, but this week was massive in training, the competitive nature, everything as I said before. So this victory just it keeps building and building and building. Hopefully the energy levels will continue throughout the next week, and we can see more productive games.
So first goal at the professional level, huge defensive plays from you. Just what did this crazy, wild back and forth match feel like?
It felt like a dream. Like after the goal, I don't know if you saw, but I was just like turning around for like 5 seconds. It didn't feel real, honestly, but it's an awesome feeling.
I was talking about it on the call. I know you scored some big goals for Midtown High School in the state playoffs, playing further up the field. Maybe that gives you a little confidence in front of goal?
Definitely a little bit, yeah. I used to play striker back in U12, but playing high school soccer definitely helped with the striker ability and just shooting up top, so definitely.
Tell me about your journey this season where you were with the U19s, you start to get some opportunities for the 2's, and Jose Silva just told us earlier that you've earned every opportunity you've gotten. You earned the start today, and the way you played, you probably earned a lot more.
Yeah, so this year I started with the U19s I did preseason with the 2's actually, and then so I was in and out of the squad, and then someone got hurt actually last game, so I ended up getting to play. And I kind of seized the opportunity. I think I played pretty well, and the rest is today. I think I played good as well.
The back and forth today, especially when Huntsville brings on Forster Ajago, a great number 9 for them. You played as a right back, you played as a center back, you played as a right center back in a line of 5. Just how difficult was it at times to adjust to moving around the field a little bit?
Naturally I'm a center back, but I've played right back a lot throughout the academy, so it's not too stressful on me. But it's definitely an adjustment. But I think I did pretty well with it. How
much does it help to have a guy like Javier Armas who can play a lot of different positions as well?
The experience is so important on the back line. Like him talking to me makes my job so much easier. So it's definitely a big piece of why we won tonight, actually.
You got a big performance from your goalkeeper as well, Jayden Hibbert, some big saves behind him.
MVP, definitely, yeah. There was one he caught up here. They need a drug test him, honestly. But he played great. Man of the match for sure.
Maddie, what you got?
I mean, just you talk about the chemistry between you guys off and on the pitch. What has it been like to really get to know these guys and really get to know them, how they play on and off the field?
I mean, the partnership on the back line, just the teammates is a big part. So, like last night we went to dinner, they made me sing in front of everybody. So just like stuff like that, like the team bonding is really important for any team.
All right, what song did you sing?
Someone Like You by Adele.
Good choice. Good
call. I'll ask you about that partnership tonight with Dudley. Just into the team, plays 90 tonight. How did that blend in your mind?
It's new, but I mean, it's great. He's a great player. So, I mean, surrounding yourself with great players kind of ups your volume, and I think I play better when I'm around good players as well.
So, big week for the club, big win. What's next for Atlanta United 2 this upcoming week? What do you guys still have that you're trying to get better in?
I think creativity in the final third and just focusing, finish the night out like tonight. I think we could have had a clean sheet, but just kind of mentally finishing the game out.
So you've heard the highlights, you've heard the post game, and now we get into a very, very busy group of folks. We get the observations on a very busy day with individuals that were part of 3 broadcasts in a row on the Atlanta United Equinox. It's time to get the thoughts on a very, very busy day with Maddie and Jason. Take it away, y'all.
Thanks, John. Putting a bow on a long, long day of soccer that started for John this morning in Marietta. The U17s got a big win late over Orlando City. Any win over Orlando City is a big win. I mean, come on. Took them late. They got the win. First team, tons of talking points coming out of that. A 1-1 draw. You come from behind, break up a losing streak, get something out of it. We heard from Gonzalo Pineda. I think he was really pleased with the fight in his team. Then the unified game, a great performance from Marty Jellamy's team. Xavier Hairston with 2 goals. Really strong performance across the board. Then we drive south to Huntsville, and we get here with less than an hour to spare, get set up, and this game was insane. It was absolute chaos.
It was absolute chaos. I mean, you had the game against Orlando this morning, which coming back from behind, you mentioned it, beating Orlando, that's always a little feather in your cap as well as you go for that. But, coming in from Nashville, coming back from behind, getting that draw is really important. But, I mean, coming here, getting to see a game that we just saw there, absolute chaos, but I mean a great performance overall from the 2's. I think this is probably one of the best games that they've had this season. This performance, what they were able to put out there, Javier Armas having an absolute stellar night, playing almost every position on the field.
Seemed like it.
Absolutely. You have him. Centeno really played well, not only offensively, but defensively. You saw him made a lot of really good stops there. And then you also got to see a lot of new players step up. Hadley got his first professional goal. I mean, that's amazing getting to do something in a away stadium like Huntsville.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere brought a lot to it as well. 4,800 people here. This is what MLS Next Pro is trying to create in different markets or in different parts of major league markets. It's a process. I think these are the games that really make it worth it for the young Atlanta players, for the young Nashville players who are here in Huntsville as well. When you get to play in front of a crowd like that, you get to deal with those emotions. That's what pushes you to the next level. You mentioned Hadley. Matthew DeJaney gets his first assist at the professional level. Just a really good performance across the board. It was a shorthanded performance because if you look at the Atlanta United first team roster today on the match day sheet in Nashville, Luke Brennan didn't play. He would have been here. We'll probably see him on Tuesday. Efrain Morales played. We didn't necessarily expect that one to happen. He'll probably play on Tuesday. He would have played here otherwise. You've got players like Nick Firmino, who has been back and forth with the 2 teams. You're going to see a really interesting group on Tuesday in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup round of 16 because of the injuries, because of the minutes played, because of where Atlanta United is in their MLS season. I'm not sure how many players from here in Huntsville that we saw tonight are going to be part of that trip to Charleston. My guess is potentially 5, 6. I mean, when you start doing the math, I think it's very difficult to fill out an 18-man roster. And then who is going to have the freshest legs to be able to contribute? You saw Aiden Torres for a very short period of time tonight. You saw Matthew Edwards for a very short period of time tonight. You would have to expect they'd be part of that group.
For sure. I mean, as soon as Aiden Torres came on and then was subbed off 30 minutes, in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm like, there's no way it's an injury.
Yep.
He's definitely coming off so that way he can play in the Open Cup or at least be somewhere on that bench, either even playing or starting in the match in the Open Cup, as well as Matt Edwards. We kind of expected that as well, especially him having a big focus in training as well as coming up, that he would be a huge factor in that Open Cup along with Efrain Morales. Obviously not in that way we expected, but more than likely it might be Morales and Edwards sitting back in that center back pairing, as unfortunate as that is. But I think both of them having that familiarity, they've already played like that as well, and I feel like that's going to be great for Open Cup. It's interesting who you're going to see there tonight, especially in the forward department. We talked a little bit about who we have really kind of to step up in that forward area, and you have a lot of players who played here for 90 minutes. You have to wonder, is Tamimi going to get brought up, maybe play there, or he plays 90 minutes here? What is that going to look like? So it's all matching the puzzle pieces, putting them together, and trying to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reality of all of this. If you're an Atlanta United fan and you're looking at where things stand after today's Atlanta United Equinox, it's Saturday night. We're in Huntsville. The team will be on a bus heading back to Atlanta from here very soon, so they'll get in super late. The first team got home probably around 7 o'clock or so Eastern time. Tomorrow, really no work at all, maybe a little bit for guys who didn't play much just to stay sharp. Monday, maybe a walkthrough, maybe not, maybe video sessions, maybe whiteboard sessions, I don't know. You might get a chalkboard out, who knows. But then you're getting on planes to go to Charleston, you're playing Tuesday night. And that's the challenging aspect of all of this. Atlanta United's first team is then back on Saturday at the Benz. Atlanta United 2 will be in Chattanooga at the same time Saturday night. So it doesn't stop after this crazy day of things. It actually gets so difficult over these next couple of days getting ready for Charleston. The Open Cup's a very important tournament. It comes at a very bad time for Atlanta United, and I don't think they're going to be able to really go after exploiting being in the round of 16. You never know. You're not going to be able to field your strongest lineup, but can you field a lineup that can outplay the Charleston Battery in their house on Tuesday night? It's going to be fun to find out.
Absolutely. Listen, that's why we call it the magic of the Open Cup. Anything can happen, as we've seen. It's going to be a fun one to watch. It's going to be interesting to see who gets to really step up. But, I mean, wrapping up the Atlanta United Equinox today, it was a lot of fun getting the chance to, travel across state lines to, from Georgia to Tennessee to then back down to Alabama. Hey, we did it all, and it was great.
Just a wild couple of days. Started in Nashville this morning for us. Started in Marietta for the club. The Atlanta United Equinox, almost every team in the club played today. I think the U16s and the U19s were the only ones who did not have games on this date. Maybe it'll happen again sometime. Maybe not. I don't know. This might be the only Atlanta United Equinox. It was really fun to be part of all of these calls. Thank you to everybody with Atlanta United who was involved in making all of this happen. Matt Moore, especially Ravi Moody, doing everything for us, saving us from cicadas during the Unified game in Nashville.
That is the most important thing ever.
It was nuts. The noise of the cicadas as we were walking to the car, that was insane.
The amount of cicadas that probably hit my car as we were driving, I mean, it was like pellets just coming out my car.
There were a few cicadas who did not survive that were already done for in the booth by the time we got in there for the Unified game. It was quite the experience, and then getting down here, an incredible night here in Huntsville, a huge win for Atlanta United too. Time for us to go. John, back to you.
And now I hope they end up crashing in their respective hotel rooms and do not set their alarms for the morning. Final stats on the night: 23 shots on the night for Huntsville City Football Club compared to 10 for Atlanta United 2. 10 of those 23 on target. Half of the 10 for Atlanta United 2 on target. 5 blocks for Hunt City compared to 1 for Atlanta United 2. Total passes, Atlanta United 2 had more total passes by 30, 345 to 315. Passing accuracy at 87%. Hunt City at just over 84%. 11 corners in the match, 6 for Huntsville City Football Club, 5 for Atlanta United 2. Total crosses, 11-7 in favor of the home side. 3 times the flag went up for offside against Huntsville City, 1 time for Atlanta United 2. 8 saves on the day for Jayden Hibbert, which is insane. 2 on the night. On the flip side for Hunt City, clearances 5 total, 3 for Atlanta United 2 and 2 for Hunt City. 29 fouls called in the match, 17 of them called on Huntsville City Football Club. 5 yellow cards on the day for Huntsville City, 2 for Atlanta United 2. And those are the basic numbers across the board in this matchup, which were absolutely incredible and insane. Once again, like as I said before, when we started this particular episode of 2's Review, it ain't Hunt City and Atlanta United 2 if it isn't insane, and we ended up with that for yet another round. Jason and Maddie mentioned how busy a week it's going to be for both the first and the second team. Reminders that Mike and Jason will be in Charleston for Open Cup on Tuesday. No clue as to what the mix is going to be for first team and second team and academy and who's going to be at Patriots Point as Atlanta United 2 tries to advance in the Open Cup against the Charleston Battery. Then it is LAFC in town for the first team, 7:30 Saturday night, and the 2's are in Chattanooga at Fort Finley taking on Chattanooga FC at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. So two teams playing at once, and you end up with that on Saturday. So you have Open Cup after the matchups on Saturday. You've got this past Saturday with first team and second team. Open Cup on Tuesday, turning around. The 2's are in Chattanooga for MLS Next Pro, and Atlanta United hosts LAFC in Major League Soccer action. So let's take a peek at the standings and how things are after tonight and the win by Atlanta United 2 as they get full points. In the Eastern Conference, they move up to 12th with the win, 3-5-1-1 with 11 points, and they have the least amount, they are the worst in goal difference with the 3 teams that have 11 points. Toronto FC 2 has a +1, New England has a -3, and Atlanta has a -6 in goal difference. They are 12th in the Eastern Conference, but if you look in divisions and we go to the Southeast Division and the layout there, you end up with Chattanooga FC at 20 points, Crown Legacy at 14, Orlando City B at 13. Atlanta United 2 is 4th in the Southeast with 11 points, so a point ahead of Messi and Friends 2 and ahead of Carolina Core by 6 points and by Huntsville City Football Club, who have not won in their first 9 matches this year. They've only scored 10 goals in the 9 matches they've played. They've given up 17 goals, 0-4-2 at home, 0-2-1 away from home. So it's been a long season so far for Huntsville City Football Club, even though tonight was a fantastic crowd of over 4,800 for the fans of Huntsville City Football Club, and definitely getting their money's worth. 5 goals on the board by the time the match was over. 3 of them, however, going to the visitors if you look at it from a Hunt City perspective. So that is your rundown of everything that has happened for the 2's in a very, very busy evening, running up and down the pitch in Huntsville, Alabama, at Wicks Family Field and Joe Davis Stadium. Atlanta United 2 with the 3-2 win. First road win of the season. Javi Armas, Kareem Tamimi with goals. Miles Hadley gets his first professional goal of his career. Ethan Dudley made his club debut. Very, very busy night across the board for Atlanta United 2. Notes on the board for Atlanta United 2. Once again, first road win of the year. Javier Armas gets his 4th of the season, leads Atlanta United 2 in scoring. 2nd assist of the year. Ethan Dudley once again making his first start. Miles Hadley gets his first professional goal. Jayden Hibbert made a career-high 6 saves. Sean Lanza made his season debut. Kareem Tamimi got his 3rd goal of 24, got his first assist of the season as well. And you end up with the activity. Let's go disciplinary. Christoph Berra got a yellow card on the bench for Hunt City in the 18th. Yellows for Atlanta United 2 go to Matias Gajardo and Matt Edwards. Matt Edwards was wondering why he got his, if you'll remember the broadcast, because Matias Gajardo was wandering around injured. Yellows on the field for Huntsville City: Fernando Cicerón, Tomas Rietendale, Jonathan Bolaños, Forster Ojago, and Tyler Pasnick at 90+4 for the boot to the head of Jayden Hibbert. And so with Alexander Zhelyashkov in the middle, assisted by Stephen Milhoen, Sarah Gaddis, and Donovan Eubank, it was a 3-2 win. for Atlanta United 2. That is another go-around of the 2's review here on the SDH Network. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be talking first team, talking second team, talking everything all week long across the footprint here when it comes to the beautiful game on the SDH Network. Thanks for being along for the ride for the Atlanta United Equinox. Ends with Atlanta United 2, a 3-2 winner over Hunt City Football Club. Play it safe, everybody. Mucho platiao. We'll catch up with you soon.